Sauker, sehr gut. Danke. So, sehr gut. Danke. Und dir. Yesterday, so let's conjugate the verbs a little bit, guys, okay? So that I do that in the beginning of the class anyway, so that you remember it also. Heißen, kommen, wohnen, sprechen. Sprechen, irregular. What happens with irregular is second person, third person are conjugated differently. Heißen, kommen, wohnen, sprechen. Then you have sein. Sein, right? This doesn't match any patterns. Ich, du, er, es, sie. Okay. Now who all are there? Saurabh is there, Ashish is there, Siddhesh is not there. Okay. So er, es, sie, and then we have learned another thing, right? Z. Right? You remember, guys, Z means up.
Yes.
Up. Up. It could be up. So now, you know, let's convert it into Hindi. English doesn't have an explanation of this. So, you know, if you've seen any movie, like two people are talking, right? Two people are talking. This is me. This is another person. This is another person. Let's say I'm talking about him. I call him up also sometimes. No? Instead of, I can call him either up, that is going to be formal, which is Sie in Deutsch, right? Or if it's informal. If it's informal, then what do I call him?
Small s, Z.
Yes. So if it's a male, then I will call him er. If it's a noun, that is a S, which is, right, it, which is neutrum gender, and Z, er as Z. So informal, er as Z. Z will be female. So if it's a female, it's she. If it's a male, he is he. And this is it. All right. And second person, here I have no possibility of calling myself anything else other than ish. Ish. And what is this? Is a second person. So for second person, what are my pronouns? Yeah, guys. What do I use for second person?
Do.
Do. Do for informal. Sorry, yeah, do for informal.
Informal.
If I'm speaking to you, right, let's say I'm speaking directly to Shilpa, okay, I cannot call her Shilpa, okay, I can't call her name. I mean, I can call it, how are you doing, Shilpa, right, like that, but I have to use do or z, right? It's a second person for me, so either do or z will be formal, do or z,
Yeah.
like this, do z. Ish is, of course, I. So now for the third person, what you call is always, let's say, Peter. So what Peter would be air. Okay. And Petra would be Z. And thus auto would be, sorry, small z. But if the statement will begin with that z, again, it will be z, small, right? And now it will be thus auto is S. Okay. Because the article of that is S. Tell you one thing. Now, if I am speaking to you, let's say this, I want to speak to you, but I'm speaking to two of you now, right? Let's say I'm speaking to Shilpa plus Prajakta plus one. or +2 or +3, doesn't matter, right? Plural. I'm talking to two people. I want to talk to all of you as informal. Let's say I know you guys already. What do you think? What pronoun? So there are, of course, more pronouns, right? In English, it is, what is it in English? It is you all, right? Hey, what you all doing, right? Hello, Siddesh.
Hello, sir.
So we are discussing pronouns, Siddesh. Okay, so now here, I is a first person, do is a second person informal. Now let's say I'm speaking to you all guys. I'm not speaking to only Siddesh. I want to speak to all of you, but I don't want to use Z. I already know you guys, and you have told me not to use Z. Let's call us something else. What do you think? Is there a, so in English it is you all, right? Where are you all books? If I have to ask you also, or I have to ask where are you all, right? I have to add all, no? If I say where are you, then, or I have to say that before, hey guys, where are you? Something like that. So now guys, remember this, okay? Also, never check. German is it is not a complicated language. It is just that it becomes complicated because people translate every word into English. Now, the problem is that English is a comparatively smaller language, okay? It doesn't have as specifications as German. So you miss out on words. And then what happens when you try to translate that word, you get stuck. You make mistakes. So it's better you first see the context. If you're getting really, really stuck in the end, you can translate. Like that should be your last resort. It shouldn't be your first preference. Ki sida ish means I, do means you, right? It doesn't, I mean, for your understanding, you can do that, but it shouldn't be the pattern. First, you try all the uh, your all options. Okay, like checking the context. So if I say das ist Peter, so you see this. Okay, now you see this. Now you know that Peter is a guy, and he is. If you mention somebody's no name like das ist Peter, he becomes a third person for you. So now your third person pronoun is du er sie. It will be er, erist, student, straight, like this. No? Ear. Now you will say, what is this? Wie ist Ihr Name? Wie ist Ihre telephone number? Can I use a pronoun here with Name? What do you think? How can I use a pronoun? When pronoun you use after you have mentioned the noun already, unless you are using it for the second person. Nowadays you have to ask that also. So, no. Getting it? So is it a pronoun? Is this year and this year is same? What do you think?
एक formal and another is informal. आपका और आपकी
No,
ये है.
no. This is you all. तुम लोग. This means तुम लोग. This has nothing. This is आपका नाम. This has to be आपका नाम, आपकी telephone number. This is तुम लोग. Basically, this is a pronoun. You can't use a pronoun with a noun, guys. See, noun is right here. Now you are asking for a telephone number. Pronoun you can use in the second statement like this. It has nothing to do with this year, guys. Okay, they are completely different. Okay, so word is same. But now look, so in English, if you say now, year means aapka and it means, here it is saying aapka naam. And if you say year means tum log, totally different, right? It doesn't make sense. Check so year is a part of your pronoun. So basically the verbs, so this is the table, how you conjugate the verbs. Ish do, I'm gonna rub this off. Ish do. Ish do, er, es, z. Here is slightly complicated. That is why I gave a big explanation. You can, of course, come back to this again and again. Where. Where is I plus one when I am also included in the conversation. Let's say I and all say, let's say Siddesh and I are going to cinema. What will I say? We, right? We are going to book tickets before. right? I'm included. So we means I plus 1. Year, chota I. What did we mention? It is do plus 1. If I'm speaking to you, plus 1%, plus 2%, plus 20%, whatever. Basically, because if I know you guys, I have to speak, I can use do. Do, and for many people, I will use. Then you have Z, capital Z. This is up. This is can be the second person. This can be the third person formal. Okay. No matter where will it stand in the sentence, it will always be capital. Then you have another Z. It is easy, okay, not that confusing. Only when you will translate, like now, how will you translate? You will say Z is she, second Z is she. You can't translate it, right? Z is they, one Z is up. You can't translate. See, you translate it, you'll forget it. So you go on the context. Okay, focus more on the context. Put this table somewhere. Now try writing some examples. You'll get it. It is not rocket science. I mean, it is easy. It's just that you need to be. You need to keep seeing it. Now, if I'm saying, let's say, das sind Petra und Peter. How many people here?
Two.
Two people, right? And for me, zwei Leute. And now, if I speak about them, what will be their pronoun for me in English?
These are Petra and Peter.
They, not these, they. Now, they is a plural third person pronoun, right? In German also, you will say sie sind. You see, Studenten. But now, the word is just because the word is beginning with, is this a capital Z or small z? What do you think? This is a small z, okay?
Capital.
No, this is capital is because when I write the first name and the last name, Petraka, formal, both of these, then it will be, then I can talk about them as Z, but then I have to write their full names, right? In formal way. So this is this Z. See? Why? How do I catch it? You have to check these details, okay? Like it's a very observant language. So you observe it in the beginning. Petra and Peter, did I write about them as Petra, like their last name? No, right? Also,
No.
I didn't write Herr and Frau. Like if I would have written Herr and Frau plus their Nachname, Herr and Frau plus Nachname, then again I would have to call them. But it doesn't matter. The conjugation. Now, what is important here, actually, basically, the most important part, because of that Z, I am using Zind. Because of that Z, I am using Zind. Zind. Yeah. Ich heiße, du heißt, sie heißt, wir heißen, ihr, again now, T. And then these are same, heißen. So you can write them in one line. So what are all these same? Because they're all technically plural. Ear also, but technicality goes away with there. Heißen, heißen, heißen. This T2Z you can write in one line when you write like this. Because you'll figure it out anyway. These are easy. See guys, now you remove the stem of the verb, right? Here mostly the ending is, you remove that. I mean, you put heiß and you write just E. That is the ending for every verb, right? Then again, usually the ending is ST. But here, I already, my beta sign or my beta sign, which is epsilon, not epsilon, etc already means double S. So I can just write, I don't have to write double S, right? I can just write because it won't make sense. So I can just write A. because beta sign is double S. Does this make sense? Yeah, guys, does this make sense? Yeah, right? There's no point of writing extra S, no? Then heist, T. Now you guys tell me, what is the conjugation of common? Ish,
Comma.
comma. Do,
Com.
Com.
const, st, right?
Yes.
No? So const.
Const.
RSC,
Com.
Com.
const. Where,
Common.
Common.
here,
Com.
C,
Com.
Common.
Here will always be, doesn't matter, even if the verb is irregular. Doesn't matter what kind of verb is it. Here is easy. It will always be just the stem of the verb and T. Ich komme, du kommst. Then ich wohne,
Won.
wohnst.
Won.
Wohnt. Wir
Wonnen.
wohnen. Ihr wohnt.
Won.
Sie wohnen.
Wonnen. Wonnen.
Right? Sie wohnen, sie wohnen. You can say it like this. Expression. The the rule comes back. Ich spreche, du
Spreche. Spricht.
spricht. Sehr gut. No? E becomes I, T. Spricht again.
Expression.
We are expression. Very good. Yeah.
Sprechen.
Ear. What did we learn? Just a stem of the
Spricht.
verb and T. Spricht.
Spricht.
Sie sprechen. Sie sprechen.
Expression.
Ich bin.
Bin.
This has nothing to do
Ich
with this
bin.
pattern. It's completely different. You will only get this by
Ich.
context, guys. Okay, so I'm repeating myself again and again because later on you will ask me the meaning. I will tell you, then you will come back and say like, hey, what is that meaning? So please try to get that in your context. Okay, now how will you get it? You have to keep on conjugating and writing the examples. Okay, this bin one especially. Ich bin, du bist, er, sie, ist. Wir sind.
In.
Now
Sind.
see, here also same thing, but what happens it instead of T here, they write D. Rule is same, stem of the verb, sei, D. Then you have Sie sind, sie sind. That's why you say, das sind Peter und Clara. Das sind Peter und Clara. See? Because it is they, na? Sie sind Studentin. We can write down this example. Studentin means they are students. Here, if I say das ist Peter, I'm writing this in the supposed to be capital das actually. Er ist Student. Yeah. Getting it, guys? You can write it down. No? Same thing goes for das ist Petra. Sie ist Studentin. Which sie is this? This sie, okay? Got it? Okay. Let me just send it to you, that picture. I've sent that picture, guys, okay? In your group, you can save it. Would be great. Okay, then let's go ahead. We're going to do another verb, machen. Important word, okay? Why? Because every time somebody asks you machen, that will be you're doing some activity. So you'll have to use a verb, right? Machen means to do, basically. So if I say, hey, was machst du? Means the translation is what do you do? What do you do means right now, or what are you doing?
Yes.
Both. Basically, whenever you see lesen, right? Lesen also means to reading, to read. Also, it means to be reading. In English, it makes both the sense. It is in English, it is present continuous also. So if you read the something like this, machen is to do, guys. Okay, when you add it with a noun, like if you say ich mache einen Plan, you see here it changes the meaning. It becomes I am making a plan. So remember this: when you add machen with a noun, the meaning changes to making or make. It doesn't make to do anymore. It is not it to do anymore. Ich, du, er, sie, wir sind, sie. No, sorry. Wir, ihr, sie. So ich, what is the conjugation? Mache.
Mache.
Du machst.
Macht.
Er, sie macht.
Marked.
Wir machen.
Machen.
Ihr macht.
Mark.
Sie machen sie.
Machen.
No?
Initial doing Gaurav.
Yeah.
Here, verse marks do. It's informal. Okay. Then informal way, uh, marks here marks is Makhan. Then what comes to here was
Sorry, I didn't.
was
Was. Was means what?
no
Hmm.
verse means what I can get it, but verse marks too, it's a informal. Then
Yeah.
formal way, how can we write
Was Mackenzie.
was Makhanji?
Yeah.
Okay,
This is for all the pronouns that we are learning, right? So you can ask about anybody. So that will be
but
was Mackenzie.
yesterday you said verse is just a rude, just little bit rude, so that's why I think that is the
No.
form.
No, 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 no. Nine. No, no, no. If you ask in the question, of course, you have to ask with what. Hey, if I ask you, hey, what are you doing? That is not rude. If you say something and
Okay,
if I say what, like what did you say? What? No, that is rude, right? Like when you say, like if you said something, hey, my name is this. If I'll say what? So that, you know, in Hindi also somebody says kya, right? Like that is
yeah,
annoying,
yeah,
no? So that alone word is like if you want to ask better, you ask be better, which
we bit.
means you can say come again, right? You don't say what.
Yeah,
You say come again, or you can say pardon. You say that in English also, no? Like, or it's like a
okay,
no,
okay, I get
excuse
it.
me. Yeah. It's like,
Okay,
excuse me, what did you say? Right, like that. Only
yeah,
what is not good. But if you, of course,
okay,
like you have to use that. Was means what? A guy alone. Was machen Sie? Like if I want to ask you, was machst du heute? Hey, what are you doing today? I have to use that. There is no other possibility. Which is a normal
okay,
question. There is no, yeah.
yeah, I get it. Yeah.
With
And
name also, yeah, name. Sometimes you can say was ist deine telephone number? What is your telephone number? But it is, I mean, when you don't know somebody in the beginning, it is better to ask in a politer way, which is how is your telephone number? Hmm? Like that. Like we say we, na, we ist here. Frage, Leute, any questions right now?
yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
That we are using ERSZ.
Hmm.
Same thing, we are using capital S and Z. So on the first Z, we are using marked, and the other Z, both the C, we are using mark him. So what's the difference of that Z and the remaining two Z?
We just discussed, remember? She, the first one is,
Yes,
remember that
C.
table we were making? So that first one is
Yes.
she. Now translation won't work, guys. That is what. Okay. So we were discussing that only, right? Now Z. Okay, I'm gonna write it down and you guys write it down. Okay, and you try to have a look at it. Don't translate it. Try to have a look at it. Understand yourself. Spend 10 minutes on it. Otherwise, you will keep being confused till chapter 5 and you will keep getting annoyed. Okay, so you have to spend some time. These pronouns, because the problem is English doesn't have these many pronouns. Okay, English is simple. They, and all of that, right? English doesn't. Hindi has also, but we don't know Hindi properly like this, so we can't translate. So now if I say Das ist Petra, you tell me which Z is. If I have to, now I have given you the, always it has to be a different, like first of all, even if I have a second person, guys, okay, this is a polite communication skill basically, which a lot of people don't know about. But let's say I have a one person here, I am this, I have one female here, I'll have to say her name. I cannot call her she before. Okay, I have to say her name. So that's is Petra. So what will you think? What do you think? Which one is the pronoun that I'm using?
Z.
Which
There
Z?
is
Z. But with Z?
in there is Z.
Yes,
Uh,
that's correct.
Wow.
This Z. Not, don't say small, big, guys. Okay, you have to see the table and you have to learn it according to your how you understand it. Don't take a table and say small Z, capital Z. That will be, because then you have another Z. That is the wrong way to learning. Okay, anything? Look at the table, spend 5-10 minutes, you'll get it. Das ist Petra. We'll do a lot of exercises also. I mean, I'll send you or I will do it. Das ist Petra. Now you got it, guys, all of you. Which Z is this?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to use this Z only in the second. Now please write it down so that you get it in your own way. You can write a small message, comment of your own below. Now this Z is that Z, right? Now let's say I'm saying das sind Frau Müller. Which Z is Z common aus, let's say Heidelberg. Which Z is this?
So last one, capital is Z. They.
Yeah. Yeah, right now there is no choice. You have to say that. So it's okay. This is Z. This Z. Yeah. So this Z, right? You got it. Now, how are you getting it? Not but by just converting it into, oh, this Z is that Z, this Z is that. No, right? You have to see this sentence. Your focus should be on this name. And you need to remember a lot of rules, basically. That is the way you live in Germany also. You remember the rules, you follow it. That's it. Done. You don't need to do any more analysis on that. People live like that also there. I mean, there is no breaking rule. Like that is like what they're taught everywhere. Like only in India, I think US also people break rules. But in Germany, I mean, of course, like if you break rules, there are obviously criminals, but mostly people follow like even the traffic rules very, very strictly and everything. Even the Germans, I mean, that they're taught that in the school and their languages also. So it's just the way of living. So da sind Frau Müller. Now you have to focus on this, right? This part, right? You got it? Sie kommen aus. So straight away, I know Frau Müller. If I'm saying Miss Müller, straight away the answer is Sie kommen aus Heidelberg. Right? Now, if I'm saying the verb conjugation is same, but my noun, das sind Peter, let's say das sind Siddesh und Saurabh. What will I use for both these guys now? The pronoun in the second sentence?
Air.
No, there are two guys now. So they, Z again.
Z.
The common house, Pune.
Okay. Z.
Translate, guys. Okay, I'm saying again and again. You will complain later, oh, I don't translate, but there is no translation. Okay, you have to focus on, because that will be a very wrong from the beginning itself. You'll find the language, you will clear the exam and everything, but then your way of thinking will be completely different, and you'll find the language absolutely difficult if you, from the first moment, if you translate everything into English, or else you need to remember those English rules sort of very, very precisely. Now, the English that we have currently is the modern English. Okay, the German that you're learning is very, very old text. They have preserved this text. So it is more like that, where art thou? You must have seen where art thou. That is the German that you're learning right now. So which Z is this? This Z.
This.
How did I figure it out? Siddesh and Saurabh. Because this is my plural. This chota Z is for plural. If I say, those Z are same, so you don't have to be worried about that. If I say das sind Herr Saurabh, sorry, capital small I written, Herr Saurabh and Herr Siddesh. Which is the I'm going to use? This C. But it doesn't matter because same, it's almost same. You can write it down, make a note, the way you can understand. Give a comment on your notebook, but write it down, guys. Okay, the example here. Take 2-3 minutes. It's all right.
Gaurav, can you please repeat the difference between the second statement and third we had?
Which one? Second statement?
Das sind Frau Muller and das sind Siddesh und Saurabh. Difference between these two.
Frau Miller. Sorry.
No,
Frau Miller
not
is,
in perspective of Frau Muller, but just in perspective of Z.
I'll tell you. Yeah. So that is what we are doing. How many people Frau Müller is?
One.
One person,
And
right? You remember there is something in German, you have something like formal and informal, right?
mhm.
If I just mention somebody's name, Petra, that is informal. In English, this concept is not there, right? In Hindi, it's there, right? Informal. But if I say Frau means lady, her first name is, so now let's say her name is Petra Müller, but here I have used Petra, das ist Petra. That means she's my friend or I know her. But if I say Frau Müller, this is also Z to me, but this is capital Z. Why? Because it is a third person formal. Getting it now?
Yeah.
In Hindi, guys, like come to Hindi, forget English. Don't say they and all. Hindi, one is aap, one is tu, one is like you call third person also aap sometimes. If you must have seen old Hindi movies, they say aap ye hain, aap ye. You introduce other people also aap ye, right?
Yeah.
So third person. Got the difference?
Yes.
Now basically two people are also plural. Now two people are plural, so doesn't matter. Two people can be, you can talk to them about like this, you can talk to them about like this. Basically, there will be this, which will be same. Doesn't matter also. See, you have to see from the, first of all, check the context and see the verb conjugation. Single name, but if you see single name, that's is Petra, then straight away this is this informal, third person.
Yeah.
Done, guys? No? Please write the table and check this video again and again. I will be sharing this. Please keep on checking this after every like 2, 3, 4. I mean, you can watch it again and again, okay, till you get it. Then you have that picture also that you can save. You have to look at this table, okay, and figure these sentences out, not by just translating she is she. You'll get stuck. You'll get, later on, you'll not remember anything. So, which I have seen the pattern. Otherwise, I won't discourage you from doing that. If it was easier, I mean, if it was effective, then it's super easy to, and I would have definitely said that. Cool. So let's go ahead now. Now another thing, okay. Now Let's say if I ask you a question, was marks do? And remember when I said that if you write this markin plus noun, if you say markin, if you add a markin plus noun, what does it become? The meaning?
Mhm.
If I say was marks do, what are you doing? If you say I ish makha and then you say noun, it becomes make, na? Right? Hello.
Was marks do?
If you say ish makha
Mark.
einen Kuchen, Kuchen is cake. When you use machen with a noun, the meaning of machen becomes to make. Otherwise, it is. What is the meaning of machen? Otherwise, when you don't use it in the answer or use it alone,
To do.
to do.
To do.
Now, if I ask you, hey, what are you doing? Was marks to?
Was marks do?
The answer will be, do you say that I am doing swimming? Or I am doing, no, right? You say straight away, you say, ich schwimme. Gesundheit. Ich schwimme. This sentence means I am swimming. It also means I swim in English. You don't have to use, whenever you are doing any activity, you can use the activity name of that activity conjugated according to I. First thing comes to your mind should be when you think about the pronouns, who are you speaking about? Whenever you hear do, you must answer it with ish. Then you think about that table. That table should flash in front of your eyes, no? Not the translation. You see schwimmen. Okay, I want to say schwimmen. So also, if you think of that in English, you come back to German and then you convert it into a German rule. You can't convert it into English rule. Okay, if you come back, so you have to conjugate it. So ich schwimme, right? There are some rules in German, no? So they are not similar like. So you can't say ich schwimm or ich schwimmen. You can't say ich schwimmen because everyone makes mistakes with this. You will say later on ich schwimmen. Is it correct?
No.
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 You have to conjugate it. And I will keep on telling you guys, so don't get mad. Conjugieren Sie das Verb. That means conjugate the verb. You have to do that, no? Basic rule, I mean. And conjugation is easy, no? Once you will hear the pronoun properly, also speak hesitantly. I mean, without any hesitance. Sorry. Speak without any hesitance. It's all right if you make mistakes, as long as you conjugate the verb. Now let's go to the book. Okay, see, let's do this first today. Was machen die Leute gern? Welcher Satz? Gesundheit. When somebody sneezes, you say Gesundheit. Gesund means health. Heit means good health. Gesundheit. Freunde, Kollegen und ich. So was machen die Leute gern? Gern means like to. Okay, it is not to like. It is not a verb. It is an adverb. So you can use a verb with an adverb that modifies your verb. If I ask you was marks to, this means what are you doing? But if I say was magst du gern, this becomes what do you like to do? Got it, guys? Later on, what happens is you write these down. Also, however you understand what happens, people start using this gern as a verb later. Remember, this is not a verb. You can't say ish gerna. It's not correct. Okay, you can say ish schwimmer gern, which means if you it becomes an hobby. Ish schwimmer gern. You can't say ish gerna schwimmen. Huh? Anyway, see, eins, photo eins, build eins, build means picture. It's gonna get a little complicated now. Okay, so if you're not practicing, you have to start practicing. This is my 50% job. You have to do your 50% also. Okay, come back to the book, write texts, write these table back. 15-20 minutes you have to spend. That is at least that is very minimum actually for language. Okay, 90 minutes here, and you have to back it up because content will become larger and you will find it challenging otherwise. Okay, das Bild, the builder, meaning picture. So we are seeing pictures here, right? A lot of pictures.
Yeah.
So was machen die Leute. What does Leute mean? What does Leute? What is this word?
People.
People. Very good.
People.
So basically they're asking what are the people doing? Was machen die Leute gern? Eins.
Ich fotografiere
Gern.
Ge-
Photographers.
Gern. Say gern.
Gern.
Follow with me. Gern.
Yeah.
Gern.
Gern. You see,
Gern.
gern. Okay. What does Kreuzenzian means? Yesterday we did. To cross your correct answer. No?
Ja, Kreuz.
Zwei.
Ich
Ich
singen.
singe gern.
Ich singe gern.
Ich singe gern.
Ich singe
Gern.
Gern.
Can.
It's singer.
gern.
That means he like to sing. They're all happy, right? They're like it's like they're doing it as a hobby. Huh? Not what they're doing it as a hobby. Drei, Siddesh, Z. See, they're
Sie
using Z.
joggen gern.
Z.
They. Sie joggen gern.
Good. See, you figure this
Gern.
out. Which is
Joggen.
Gern?
Joggen.
Which Z is this? In the
Jog.
second table, the third place one or the last one with capital or in normal?
For the plural, V, capital.
No. Plural Z is up. This is small one.
Small.
Huh? That is all right. Same. It's a small one. Fear, Saurabh?
Ich, I don't know what is the
See?
meaning of it. Ich kosche zerj jen.
Good.
Bay.
You got
I
it.
think
Yeah.
bay.
9. Ah. Ish.
Ah,
Gehen means to go to the cinema. Here it is. Ah. Kino means cinema. Okay. That's kino.
yeah.
No. Okay.
Gehen is
Kosche
to
means to cook, right?
koche.
Kochen.
Kochen is to cook. So ich koche
Kochen.
gern. That means you like to cook. I like to cook. Okay.
Ich koche.
Okay.
Jen.
5, Prajakta.
Sie tanzen sehr gern. It's bay.
Sie tanzen sehr gern. Sechs.
Ich lerne gern Spanish.
Again. Spanish.
Ich lerne gern Spanisch. Yeah. See, ich lerne again Deutsch, ich lerne again Spanish. You can write the sentence down if you want. Okay. Now you have colored pictures here. C. Capital Y. Capital means chapter. Freunde, Kollegen, ich und ich. Now, if I write this question, now I'm not writing that as a, or let's say, was macht die Frau gern im Foto 1? Was macht die Frau gern, Shilpa? Try speaking the whole sentence with a pronoun, guys, because when you will speak the whole sentence with a pronoun, you will make mistakes and I'll correct you, and that is how you're going to learn. We are not, answer doesn't matter, okay? We are not here to solve exercises. When use the pronoun, even when you're talking about yourself, ish, okay? Use the, try using the pronoun, yeah.
Sie fotografe gern.
Very good. Sie fotografiert gern. Ich fotografiere, du fotografierst, er sie fotografiert, right?
Photography.
Prajakta, was macht sie hier? Foto 2.
Singen.
Sie,
Sie singen.
Singing.
Sie singen gern.
Yeah. Sie singt again. Conjugate the verb, guys. No, now you'll hear that word also again and again. Always think, okay, conjugate the verb. You have to conjugate it. Drei, drei Sadesh. Sie,
G coach Garen share
Cook.
Garen
Poker. Poker.
Koken
sie,
share Garen
sie
Here,
kocht,
it's okay. The pronunciation doesn't matter right now. Sie kocht.
kocht.
cock. Okay,
Dergens
share
means she
Garen.
likes to cook very much. What is the position of the verb here in this sentence?
Second one is the
Very good. All
verb.
verb will always
to-
stay at the second place. Okay. Sie kocht
Yeah.
is here then.
So how you call the second? So why is
First
the two?
here, first, second.
No,
First
no,
word,
no. In the German, that 1, 2 is the eins, zwei. So first and
zweite,
second.
zweite Position.
Zweiter.
Or you can say,
Zweiter.
we will learn that later on. You can say Position zwei.
Okay. So this one. Okay.
Vier, Leute.
Yeah.
Sie schwimmen
Yeah, sheesh.
sehr gern.
Now you have to conjugate it. So we are using her pronoun as the third in the third place, as Z1. So what would you say?
RSC swim
Very good. Z,
Shrimp.
shrimp,
Z
swim
shrimp
gare.
game.
can swim.
Very good. Shrimp,
G shrimp Karen.
and was ist shrimp? Was mag Sie gern, Shilpa?
Mm, uh, Ryzen
Sie,
Z Ryzen gern
now conjugate the verb. Sie,
Rised.
reist again. Very good.
Rise.
Correct. Prajakta, was mag Sie gern? Photo 6.
Uh, Sie, Sie tanzt gern.
Sie tanzt again. Good. Very good. Ashish, sorry, Siddesh, Zeben,
G jokes gan.
jocked. Not no S.
Jocked.
Jocked again.
Okay, jocked. Third. G
Now,
jocked again.
now see, so Ashish, there is music and there is hören. There is one noun. So you have to convert this. Okay, verb is going to be at the second place. Was mag Sie gern? Photo act.
Z marked Horen music.
Yeah,
Font
marked,
music.
marked won't come. Yeah, so Z,
C marked.
Z or
yeah, no, no,
Horen.
Z
mark,
or
no,
music.
let Ashish speak. So Z, so marked won't come, Ashish, in the answer. So what is the verb here?
Horen.
Hören. Now,
Yes.
what will you say? Sie hört
Hold.
gern Musik. You can put gern at the third place, okay? One, or you can remember it by putting it after, right after the verb. Sie hört gern Musik. Nine, Saurabh? Nine? Nine.
Uh, you know,
Mhm.
game.
Sie,
Z gained
G,
get okay. G
gern.
oh gain in Kino. What is that?
Kino means cinema. So this
Yes,
sentence
and
basically means
in
she likes to go to, like, now look guys, see the construction, sentence construction in English. She likes to go to the cinema. What happens is people start, first they translate it, then they come back to in German again, the entire sentence goes haywire, right? So when even if you translate it, you come back to German, you need to remember that the German verb always stays at the second place, and you have adverb can stay right after the verb, or you can put it at the end. If you translate it also, you translate it well, okay? Remembering the rules. There is no comparison. See, in English, I mean, there is a little bit, but then you have to remember the verb positions. But same Prajakta was marked again.
Sie,
Now there is another thing, okay? Yeah,
she is doing
chat it. There's a word there below. Chat it again. To chat.
chat.
Now see, now chatten, arbeiten. What is the verb stam here for both the verbs?
Yeah.
No, verb stem is chat. No, en is the ending. Chat and arbeit. Arbeiten means to work. Arbeit also means is a noun. Arbeit means noun. Chatten. Verb stem. Now, whenever there is another rule in Deutsch, whenever the verb stem is ending with, it ends with T oder D. T oder D. Right? Whenever it ends with T oder D, you will add an extra E in the second and third place, and also the T, because so that you can pronounce all the T's better. RSC. Wir, ihr, sie. Ich chatta, du chattest. See? EST. No? Otherwise, we were just using chattet. Wir chatten. Ihr chattet. Sie chatten, sie chatten. Ich arbeite, du arbeitest, arbeitet, arbeitet. Now again, ihr arbeitet, sie arbeiten. Let's say I want to ask all of you a question, which I will say, hey, wann arbeitet ihr? Right? I can use ihr for all of you. Right?
Yeah.
When do you all work? When do you all work? The answer can be wir. Of course, you'll have to say wir arbeiten. Von Montag, I'm just writing extra information. Von means from bis Freitag, from Monday till Friday. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna hear 3 people now. You got this, guys? See, okay. Please remember the rules as I mentioned. Ich gehe ins. You can put verb in the second place. Try writing this sentence more, okay, and mark the verb initially. Okay, you can deconstruct everything. Pronoun. This is verb. This is adverb. Right? We used to do that in like school. Basically, we're back in school again since it's a new language and thinking again. So, pro noun ish, adverb gern, verb position zwei, gehen. Mark these with different colors. But what will happen? The problem is once you start saying, I like to go to the cinema, right? If you translate the sentence, and what will happen, you will keep on repeating this sentence. It's good to have it in the back of your head, this part. No, if it's good to have in the back of your head this part, but you shouldn't emphasize on this part. You should emphasize on this part. Okay, this is a language you're learning, right? This language you already know. This language you already know. So this will English will obviously overpower your German, and also what will happen is that it will just ruin the sentence that you are forming. That's it. And that's it.
Yeah. Again,
Ich gehe gern ins Kino. See, pronunciation is different. Pronunciation is fine for now. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna hear 3 audios. Now, whatever we were discussing with those, now was machen die Leute gern, ordnen sie zu. So we have Emily. So first one is Emily schwimmt again. Boris. Then we have Eva. They're gonna explain it. You hear it and schreiben. Schreiben sie. Schreiben is to write. Play it. Okay. Just a second, I'll open it again. I don't know why it's not happening.
Aufgabe 5a.
Sorry.
Gern. Wann?
2. Freunde, Kollegen und ich. Aufgabe 1. 1.
Hallo Emily. Ich mache ein Interview über Hobbys. Sag mal, was machst du denn gerne?
Also, ich schwimme gern und ich jogge auch oft, besonders im Sommer.
2.
Hallo Boris.
Hallo Maja.
Sag mal, Boris, chattest du gern?
Ja, sehr gern. Aber ich reise auch gern. Und dann chatte ich mit den Leuten, die ich auf meinen Reisen getroffen habe.
3.
Hey Eva.
Hallo Maja.
Du, Eva, was machst du eigentlich gern?
Ja, also ich fotografiere sehr gern, zum Beispiel Freunde, Kollegen, Leute. Und am Wochenende tanze ich gern.
So, got it? Something nice. Was marked Emily again? Here, I'll play it again. What's happening here?
2. Freunde, Kollegen und ich. Aufgabe 1. 1.
Hallo Emily, ich mache ein Interview über Hobbys. Sag mal, was machst du denn gerne?
Also, ich schwimme gern und ich jogge auch oft, besonders im Sommer.
Zwei.
Hallo Boris.
Hallo Maja.
Sag mal, Boris, chattest du gern?
Ja, sehr gern. Aber ich reise auch gern. Und dann chatte ich mit den Leuten, die ich auf meinen Reisen getroffen habe.
Drei.
Hey Eva.
Hallo Maja.
Du, Eva, was machst du eigentlich gern?
Ja, also ich fotografiere sehr gern, zum Beispiel Freunde, Kollegen, Leute. Und am Wochenende tanze ich gern.
So Leute, was mag der Emily gern?
Schwimmen gehen.
Whole sentence. Emily schwimmt gern. Und? And? Another few.
Jogging.
Jogged gern.
Jog.
Gern. All got it? All got this? See. Let's do like this, okay? Not just one word answer, guys. Doesn't one word answer don't make sense. See the verb position against why. Remember this, verb positions why, conjugation. Two things you have to do with every sentence initially. Boris, Saurabh, Ashish, was marked Boris can?
Boris chattest gern.
Boris chatted again. Good.
Chatted.
Und? Ashish, Saurabh, Siddesh, reised again. No? Risen is to travel basically. We saw that girl with the suitcase. So this is like a picture in memory. Reisen is to travel. Favorite German hobby. German hobby mostly. So Boris chatted und reist gern. Eva, Leute.
Eva fotografiert
Very
gern.
good. Eva fotografiert gern.
Und
Somebody
Und
else.
Freunden, Kollegens und tanzt.
Very good. Yeah. Eva fotografiert und tanzt again. She likes to dance and photograph. It's not that difficult. See, if you remember the rules, you'll be fine. Only the translation, the problem it will arises. Then you will come back to it. And so basically you keep on writing sentences. Now tomorrow as a homework, you write about yourself, at least 5 things you like to do. So first I'll give an example right now. Please do it, okay? You can ask, you can write questions also. Was magst du gern? You will write ish, schwimm again, whatever is your answer. Okay, ish, schwimm again. Write 5 activities you like to do. Okay.
Okay.
Then today is a heavy session again. Anyway, you can do a little Arabites book. Then we will do it tomorrow, guys. Yeah? Write it down though. Okay.
yes.
All good? Too heavy? Or
Actually.
yeah. It's okay. You'll get used to this suffering. So it's fine. Bis morgen then, no? Tschüss.
Tschüss, Goro. Bis morgen.
Tschüss.
Morgen.
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend.
Good night.
Gute Nacht.
Gute Nacht.
Tschüss.
Tschüss. Guten Abend.